All right, we've begun this hour with provincial politics. You just heard from Paul Saint-Pierre Plamondon from the PQ. Say that 3 times fast. Now let's head over to the leader of the Conservative Party of Quebec. Éric Duhaime is on the line. Hi, Éric. How you doing?
Hi, Elias. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Life is good over here, and you know what? I just love just how interesting politics is in this province. It's never boring. Okay, so here's what happened on the show yesterday. We spoke to a gentleman who says he knows you well, Nicolas Tétrault. You know this guy, Nicolas Tétrault? You know him, right?
Well, he texted me. I met him a few years ago once, but he texted me a few days ago to tell me that he had a project of running for the Liberal leadership, but I don't know him that well, actually.
Okay, so, there's a profile in him in La Presse, and he's thinking about running for the Liberal leadership, so he comes on the show yesterday, and then he broaches this subject involving your party. Have a listen.
And the Conservative Party of Quebec is like a reform Liberal party. If you think about it, remove maybe 10-15% of the craziness in it. There's a way to, I think, it's. Yeah. I know I should not have talked about it, but honestly, I've had these discussions with them. Yeah. But the first things, I need to win this leadership race. Yeah. Does the Liberal Party of Quebec need the Conservative Party of Quebec? Absolutely not. I think it's more reverse. But if on dit en français, l'espace d'un moment, just for one term, if we can try to bring the forces of change together to implement a solid change, not a cosmetic change, then it will be able for everybody to dream of better days.
Éric, if we were to take away the 10 to 15% of crazy within your party, do we end up with the Liberals?
Not at all, actually. The Liberal Party of Quebec, everybody needs to understand, really changed over the last decade. It's not the party that we've known under Jean Charest or even before that. The party went way on the left of the spectrum. In my book, it's kind of a Quebec solidaire federalist. And I don't think that we have that much in common anymore. The classical Liberals are now conservative, and that's what I wrote to Mr. Tétrault. I said, look, good luck with your leadership race, but I don't think there's a lot of appetite to go a little bit more right or center within the Liberal Party of Quebec right now. If I look at the caucus, I'm not sure that those ideas are welcome within the Liberal Party anymore.
Okay, so on that note, this week we also heard from someone else who wants to be leader of the Liberals, Denis Coderre. And what did he put this on the record this week? He said the Liberal Party has gone to left.
Absolutely.
Like how you said, right? So
yeah.
What if we end up in a situation and the Liberals are going to have to, listen, at 4% in the polls among Francophones, they're going to have a come to Jesus moment eventually when they elect a new leader. What if they do end up with someone who is bringing the party back to center-right economically?
Well, first off, if you saw Mr. Coderre yesterday, he was at the National Assembly, and his priority was not to bring back more common sense within the Liberal Party. His priority is to become the spokesperson and the leader of the No campaign, and he's dreaming of a referendum, just like Paul Saint-Pierre Plamondon. They actually even did a photo op yesterday in the lobby of the National Assembly together. And this is what scares me, and this is what scares a lot of Quebecers. For us, it's not a dream, it's a nightmare. We don't want another referendum. Currently, I'm talking to you, Elias. I'm in Alberta. I'm meeting Premier Danielle Smith tomorrow. I'm meeting the business community at lunch today. I'm meeting tonight. I'm doing a speech at the Project Confederation organization. I think it is important to build bridges with people outside of Quebec who want to reform Canada, to decentralize, to be more autonomous within our country, and to make sure that Quebecers and all other Canadians are more at home within Canada. We don't want to split Quebecers with another referendum, and this is what Mr. Coderre's business is all about, and Mr. Saint-Pierre Plamondon as well. We don't want that. I mean, who wants another referendum? We already got two. You know how split we were, how divided we got out of there, how we suffered, all of us, because of those two experiences. I hope we're not going to have a third one. And that's what my priority is right now. It's not to merge with the Liberals. is to make sure we have no referendum, and those two guys are not leader of the yes camp and the no camp anymore.
I got to ask you because, Paul St. Pierre Plamondon and Denis Coderre, boy, are they good at getting headlines. And I have to say, one of the reasons you've been so successful, taking a party that was, always stuck in neutral and had no traction in this province, and now you've made the Conservative Party, even if you don't have any seats, you've got some votes. Mm-hmm. You've been very good at getting headlines. Is it concerning to you to see now more leaders who are equally adept at getting headlines?
No, it's good that we talk more about politics, and if it could help people to get more interested and increase the participation, because my real concern is when I see people not even showing up and not being interested in politics. I think that's the worst case scenario. But we have to underline what the issues and what's at stake right now. I go across all the regions of Quebec, and even outside of Quebec in Canada, nobody wants a referendum. If there were a referendum today, Ilias, Quebecers would vote no, almost at the same percentage as they did in 1980. Do we really want to go back to 1980? Do we want to play in that black and white movie that we've been through half a decade ago? I don't think so. And Mike, I'm really, really concerned right now because the Parti Québécois, as you know, in their program, it's crystal clear. They're going to have a referendum at the beginning of their mandate if they're elected. And if I look at the polls this morning in Quebec, I see that the Parti Québécois would be elected in majority territory if there were an election held today. So if we don't want that scenario, we need to make sure that we're having people in place who are not like Denis Coderre trying to exacerbate tensions to create a condition where there's going to be a referendum. I don't understand why he's playing that movie, why he's getting friends with Paul St. Pierre Plamondon, and he's trying to be he already has a slogan for the referendum. How's that? I mean, they're already in a referendum campaign. What are they doing? This is not what people are looking for. You should talk about the economic policies. There's an inflation going on. There's people suffering in Quebec. There's a healthcare nightmare right now in every single hospitals across town. And he's trying to draft a slogan for the upcoming no camp of the referendum. I mean, it's just out of touch with our reality, and this is not what Quebecers are looking for in terms of politics.
I'll tell you this: when I saw the No Merci news, I really did say, "What year are we in?" Éric, listen, I have to leave it there. Have a good time in Alberta. And when you return from Alberta, let's have another conversation about why you made that trip, because I think that whole thing about what's happening in Canadian federalism, really, really interesting. Yeah. So come back real soon, okay?
I'll go in studio with you next week if you want.
Okay, great. We'll talk soon, okay? That's Éric.
Thank you very much, Ilias.
Take care. That's Éric Duhaime, a leader of the Quebec Conservative Party.